Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to episode 22 of Let's Talk Meditation with Heather Nieves. Today, I will be sharing 12, maybe more, tips to help make meditation easier. In case this is your first time listening, I have been called to do work as a women's empowerment coach and founder of I Love Me Yoga. I absolutely love helping women experience self-acceptance and wealth through movement, meditation, and mirror work. I hope if you have been listening that you've been enjoying this podcast, the meditations, the solo episodes, and interviews. The greatest compliment would be to rate, review on your favorite listening platform when you get a chance. But before we get into today's episode, can we please go ahead and take 3 cleansing breaths? Your eyes can be open. If you're able to place your hand on your heart or your belly, whatever you're feeling called to. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, inhale, fill yourself up and let it all go. Let's do one more. Inhale deeply and release. You don't need any more of that tension, heaviness, overwhelm. All right. I feel better. I don't know about you. But before we dive into today's topic, 12 tips to make meditation easier, I'm preparing for Monday, July 11th. The Summer of Self-Love 28-day meditation challenge begins. And I've just been exploding with gratitude because something powerful happens the moment a woman says, yes, I deserve this. Yes, this is important. And I'm sick and tired of the self-hatred. If you didn't already listen to the last episode, Summer of Self-Love, I talked about being sick and tired of the self-hatred, right? So why not explore, get curious about trying something that might just help you learn to like yourself, get rid of some of that heaviness, that angst, that anxiety, this pattern of focusing on the negative, the insecurities, right? So I'm just so excited because more and more women have been enrolling. We are on our way to 50 members. So if you are interested, I will absolutely leave a link for you. There are 3 options to enroll. But I have a question for you. Do you struggle with actually showing up to meditate? I do. I just want you to know that you're not alone. Yes, even me who teaches others to meditate, I struggle to show up, right? I'm a human after all. And I think one of the most powerful questions that I've been asked is like, Heather, how do you even know if this is freaking working, right? How do I know if meditation is working? I don't know. Sure, I feel relaxed. So just like anything in life, when you leave it, you miss it. You long for it. You'll notice that it's offering benefits when you leave it, right? Just like a routine, a ritual, right? Like when we're eating healthy, we notice how good our body feels. When we're exercising, we know the benefits. And then it's like, ooh, yeah, it felt hard for me to show up to that. But when we focus on the benefits and how it made us feel, that's how we know it's working. So there's beauty when we interrupt the routine, the pattern, when we kind of let it go. Sometimes we just need to just be, and we need to miss something to be devoted or recommitted to showing up for it again, right? So I invite you not to be hard on yourself for not being consistent, for not meditating or whatever it is in your life, right? Like I was releasing podcast episodes every single week, and then I took 1 week off, and then I believe I've taken 2 weeks off. And so it's summertime. Instead of taking the entire summer off, I just decided, okay, let me be present with my son. Let me be in my emotions. And I really want to show up when I am inspired. So today I'm inspired. Let me get into these tips because I need them. You need them. Number 1, this applied to me the other day, like on another level. Get out of your head and get into your body. your mind is too busy. Your body feels very antsy, right? You're having a hard time sitting still. Okay, I'm committed to this meditation thing that Heather keeps talking about, or all these other people I follow. They say meditation is so great for me, but I can't sit still. My mind is racing. So get out of your head and into your body. Move your body first. Go for a walk. Do some yoga, dance, choose a movement practice for pleasure, not punishment. There's a lot of stuck energy that our bodies hold on to. When we move through that, then we can sit for the meditation after. That's why in my I Love Me yoga classes that I teach, Shavasana, which is at the end, it's corpse pose where you literally just lay there. Oftentimes that's so much easier than if I lead a guided meditation at the beginning of the class. So press play on YouTube, go to your favorite place to exercise, simply just go for a walk. I know right now it's like famously hot here in South Carolina in July. It's intense. So I'm doing indoor movement activities or getting out early. And sometimes I'll cry, sometimes I'll yell, sometimes I just allow whatever needs to come through to come through. So just remember this, get out of your head and into your body, get out of your head and into your body. And maybe it is a moving meditation, but I still invite you to even sit for like 5 minutes afterwards. Give yourself time to just be, slow down, and notice how you feel compared to when you first attempted to sit. See how that works. Let's move on to the next one. Number 2, do a brain dump. Just write all the thoughts down, the crazy ones. Don't judge them, right? Oh my gosh, I have so much to do. I'm sitting here trying to meditate. My floor is dirty. Oh my gosh, there's cobwebs in my ceiling fan. Just write it all down. Okay, I need to go to the pharmacy. I ran out of hair ties. Oh gosh, my toilet is so dirty. I forgot to clean it. Oh man, I got to pick up my son from camp at 12 o'clock. And then even the ideas, write it all down. Sometimes I'll just write down to-do lists instead of like dreams, desires, visioning, right? Feelings. So I will set a timer and challenge myself to write a little longer than I normally would. One of my mentors, and a lot of, things I read and hear online, teach that writing is the greatest form of focus. Writing is the greatest opportunity to get clarity. And so just let the pen guide you. Write that shit down, as Shiana says. Shiana was on the podcast, Sheanah. I highly recommend listening to that episode. So let's move on. Number 3, let 5 minutes be enough. We tend to have this all or nothing mindset. And a lot of these things I mentioned in one of my episodes titled Why You're Avoiding Meditation, but I felt very strongly that we're on episode 22 now. I needed these reminders, and we're going to need these reminders in life until we're actually embodying them, until we apply them, right? So instead of it being all or nothing, oh, well, I heard that I should do 30 minutes a day from Deepak Chopra, et cetera, et cetera. If that feels too much, if that feels overwhelming, if that feels impossible, maybe you'll get to 30 minutes. But what if you simply let 5 minutes be enough? You might even desire a couple more minutes. I'll set like these 11-minute or 21-minute timers on the Insight Timer app, listening to the ocean waves. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was the longest, amount of minutes ever. Or it goes by so fast. So you know what? I'm going to sit here for a few more minutes. 5 minutes in the bathroom, right? So release the all or nothing mindset and let a little be enough. If you're always only doing 1 minute here, 5 minutes there, then do 1 more minute. Challenge yourself, right? Because when we're comfort zones are beautiful and they protect us and they keep us safe, but we are also meant to expand and grow and tap into our potential and explore possibility. But if that feels too overwhelming, let 5 minutes be enough. Let 3 minutes be enough. I had a mentor that would challenge us to 3 times a day, check in with yourself for 3 minutes. And it was so beautiful and so powerful. Hey, have I stretched? Do I need some water? Do I even need to go to the bathroom, right? How am I feeling? What do I need right now? So let's move on. Number 4, permission to meditate in an imperfect space. Ideally, we love a quiet, sacred space without our children around, without anybody around us. But that doesn't always fit our lifestyle, right? If you can do that, maybe once a week, then let the ideal situation happen, right? And then when you can't, the bathroom, the car, with your child on your lap. I got very rigid with myself in the beginning of my meditation journey. And I would get really frustrated when my son would interrupt, when he, it wasn't perfect, right? I am a Virgo and sometimes I get into perfectionism, but that's not fair to him. So I decided to let that go and said, Mommy's meditating right now. If you'd like to sit with me, you can meditate together with me. And he would breathe, maybe lasting 2 minutes, 3 minutes at most. Or I would give him a pen and a paper. Or to be honest, sometimes I would give him my phone or turn the TV on. And while I don't love doing that all the time, sometimes it is what we need in the moment. So permission for it to be imperfect, permission to say, yes, this is important. It matters. This supports me. I am devoted to my energetic well-being, my mental well-being, my physical well-being, right? Jay Shetty has a book, Think Like a Monk, and he left to go be a monk, and they would travel on the train to go to different monasteries, I believe. And the monks that he would travel with saw that he would get off the bus to go find a quiet space to meditate when they were in between stops. And they said, why? Why do you keep doing that? He's like, oh, well, I need to find a more quiet space. And they said, well, life isn't always going to accommodate that. So why not practice right here around all these people, around all this noise? Because it is like the mind. The mind is so busy, but can we learn to just truly go in and go in and go in and practice meditating in an imperfect space, just simply focusing on our breath and see what it offers us, right? That's like an elevated experience. But try it. All right. Number 5, no need to force quiet, right? Our thoughts are, I think something like 60,000, probably more thoughts a day. Don't quote me on that, but it's a lot, right? Our mind needs a break from the obsessive thinking that we do. And some of us think more than others. But I started giving myself permission to think uninterrupted for a period of time, setting a timer, right? Like kids are interrupting us, text messages, notifications. What if you actually followed through with a thought, right? How amazing would that be? And maybe you think a lot of different thoughts, but we can also follow one thought. Okay, I have this idea. What would that look like? What would that feel like? Plan the vacation out in your meditation, right? Like fully, completely. I think it's so cool when I give myself permission to do this, because we really do live in this world of short attention spans, constantly being interrupted, constantly interrupting each other. So when we create this space to think uninterrupted, we can become more present. We can actually complete our thoughts. We get better at unitasking instead of multitasking. And each task has more fulfillment in it versus doing a little bit of a lot of things. Does that make sense? So no need to force that quiet, right? Permission to think uninterrupted. And if the thoughts are just too loud, again, do a brain dump, get out of your head and get into your body. And then if you need an anchor, I'm going to skip ahead to number 10. If you need an anchor, just simply focus on your breath. We need a break from the thoughts. So again, that's two different angles, but that's the beauty, is not every meditation is the same. So let me move on to number 6. Listen to a guided meditation rather than sit in silence. So sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves. Oh, this is going to be quiet. Oh, I have to be like a monk. Oh, I have to be like a Buddha. I have to have this perfect meditation. You don't. That doesn't exist. But when we're given something to listen to, we're given something to focus on, it helps to guide us. I have tons of guided meditations on this podcast. I lead meditation challenges. I offer new guided meditations at least once a week. And keep trying, right? Like if you don't like a guided meditation, find another one. There are so many resources out there. It can be overwhelming, but just choose one. And if you don't like it, don't give up, right? Just try another one, try another one, try another one. All right, number 7. Please release expectations of what it should be of yourself. Let go of judgment. No session is the same. Have an open mind and allow the experience to unfold as it should, right? Oh man, there go my thoughts again. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Nope, let that go. And that's the power of meditation, is interrupting that judgment. Nope, not today. Not today. I'm going to just be here now. Focus on my breath. Because we get to decide what we want to focus on. So just let go of the expectations, release the judgment, remembering that no session is the same. It's like, damn it, I loved that peaceful meditation that I had last week, but today, doesn't feel peaceful at all. Maybe I need to move my body. Maybe I've got some energy to move through me. I broke down in a meditation recently, and with a mentor. It was a visioning, right? We were visioning wealth. We were in our sacred frequency of wealth and visioning what that looks like, what that feels like. And the mind was like, nope, not today. And I spiraled and focused on negativity. And I want to be honest here, because perfect meditation doesn't exist. But that day there was some inner work for me to be doing. And this abundance felt so far away. This wealth felt so far away in that moment. And it was some really heavy emotions and old thought patterns that took over. But that's why I have a mentor. And that's why when I'm guiding others in my private experiences, in my group experiences, in my challenges, as I'm guiding you, I'm being guided. Right? I absolutely love investing in myself, and helps me to release expectations and judgment, right? All right, let's move on to number 8. Invite others to join you. Let it be fun. Do it together. Have the accountability, the connection, right? It's okay if your children join you, your friends join you, join a meditation circle online or in person. It's a different energy than when you're by yourself. It can be really, really beautiful. So know that others desire this too, right? Number 9, join a challenge, right? It helps create the habit, the pattern, the routine. 21 days isn't the pattern or the routine, or 28 days, right? But this is what I choose to lead and guide. I think it's like 64 days. According to numerology, that is really where a pattern or routine. So I invite you to join my challenges for at least 2 to 3 months at a time. I lead these challenges, but Deepak Chopra and Oprah have some online, and there's so many others. There's apps that have them. So it gives you something to look forward to showing up for. And I know that helps me. Like when I would go on a meal plan, it's like when I go to the kitchen, I don't have to think so hard. I grab my paper. I know what I'm eating. I know what I'm preparing. The same goes for meditation. Okay. Instead of scrolling and getting distracted on the internet and being overwhelmed by the amount of meditations that we can choose from, a challenge is like, hey, this is what we're doing today. Okay. I'm going to be open-minded and see what this offers me today. And I would absolutely be honored to have you participate in one of my meditation challenges. So number 10, anchors to keep you grounded. Well, our breath is our anchor and our anchor is our breath. However, a tangible item can be extremely supportive as well, like essential oils, crystals, anything that helps you feel safe, that helps you feel grounded. Oftentimes, like literally being on the ground. You ever feel very like at peace and grounded at the ocean or in the forest? You can also bring elements like that into your home, right? Having plants in your home. It absolutely will help to make meditation easier and more pleasant, right? So number 11, switch it up, right? If you get bored, I mean, there's beauty in showing up consistently to the same or a similar meditation, but we know we all love variety. So then just find different styles and themes. There's EFT tapping meditations. There's Reiki meditations, self-love themed peace, presence, wealth. There's empowering meditations. I just led up an empowering meditation here on the podcast a couple of episodes ago. Visualizing. I do this mostly for my clients' release meditations. I might consider bringing it to the podcast. Or just listen to sound frequencies. They are extremely healing. Or just listen to the ocean. If this feels overwhelming, let it be simple and just choose one. Heather mentioned a self-love meditation. I'll choose that one today. Then a peace-focused meditation. Then wealth. Then visualizing. Then tapping. Then Reiki, right? Or choose one for an extended period of time. Number 12 is really, really beautiful. I have a client that did this recently, and I get so excited when someone's especially brand new to meditating and this intuitively comes up. By the way, trust your intuition. You're like, oh, I'm guided to this meditation. I don't know why. Then just trust it, right? Number 12 is create your own meditations. Listening to your own voice is so powerful. It will be right there in your subconscious. Because especially if you don't feel connected to someone's voice when you're listening to a guided meditation, just simply record your own. Use it on your phone, a voice app, do it on Zoom, upload it to YouTube. We've got so many ways that we can do this. And just write down words that you long to hear, right? Become your own best friend. Create your own meditation. Oh, I got a bonus because today was 12 tips to make meditation easier, but I wrote number 13. I knew this would happen. I get excited. I miss being excited about these kinds of things. So remember, it is called a meditation practice. It's a practice. So we're simply just practicing, whether you're 1 year in, 5 years in, 10 years in, 50 years in. It's still a practice. We're practicing meditation, which means no judgment, no expectations. There is no perfect meditation, right? We're just simply showing up and practicing. And yeah, maybe we practice to get better, but no, I'm not an expert, right? But I'm open to continuing to show up and share what has worked for me with others. So these are my 13 tips to help meditation be easier to show up for. So if you struggle, just know that you're not alone. I hope that these tips were helpful. Please share it with a friend. Reviews, ratings would mean the world to me. And if you have not already signed up for the Summer of Self-Love Meditation Challenge, we begin on July 11th for 28 days. I will not only be leading guided meditations, but also I Love Me yoga classes, because we just gotta get into the body to tap into that self-love as well. I'm a huge advocate for movement and meditation and the mirror work. So we have 3 options to enroll, and I would be so honored to have you join us for this experience. It is virtual. I'll email you. We have a Facebook support group. It is a beautiful community of women, and it's going to change your life. So thank you for tuning in to today's episode, and I will talk to you very soon.